Hey there, welcome to day 1611 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and in 2020 and beyond, back to the offline world of business while still doing things in the online world of business, if that makes sense. Well, that's what I'm doing, whether it makes sense to you or not. It makes sense to me, that's why I'm doing it, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. So today, let's talk about respect to get along famously with other people. And our idiom for supersize your business was to get along famously. It's been around since 1579, came from William Falk, the Puritan theologian. Of course, means to have a very friendly, great relationship with somebody, right? To get along really, really well. Sometimes we meet people and we hit it off and we just become lifelong friends from the moment we met them. You know, some of us still have people that we were friends with in kindergarten that we know and interact with today. So to get along famously, I talked about the different groups of people that I believe we want to get along famously with. And some of them are a little controversial. I contend we need to get along famously with our competitors and with other people in our industry. We need to get along with other people who serve our ideal customer so that we can form relationships with them and find more people that we can serve through their ranks in a positive and friendly way, right? We're not going out and stealing customers, but we're forming relationships so that we can both benefit by offering more products and services to their customers. Think of affiliations, think of partnerships. And then finally, I think that and believe wholeheartedly, we need to get along famously with our customers. If we're not serving a group of people that we love and want to make their lives better, we're missing the boat, right? And we will struggle. You might build a big business, but you're not going to build a big business that you love. You're not going to supersize a business if you don't love the people that you serve. So, my opinion, of course, up to anyone to disagree. I'm sure there's lots of people in different industries that don't love their customers, right? Think of utilities, internet service providers, and phone providers. Do they really love their customers? I contend probably not. I think it's all about the money for them. So look at the difference between a utility and Apple, for example. Apple has created an absolute cult following, and people love the products and services. They don't necessarily love Apple, but they love the products and services so much they will be Apple users for life. And that's what we want to create in our business as we're supersizing and growing our business. Why do I use Apple as an example? Because I am not an Apple person, actually. Hate to admit it, but I'm not. My family is, but I'm not. Primarily because I'm older and I've used PCs my entire life, and I use my son's Apple once in a while when I'm helping do something, but it's challenging for me, and it's not an area I want challenge it with. I don't want to be technologically challenged. I want to continue to do what I do and what's worked for me versus taking on something new. And I don't want to learn a whole new technology. And to me, Apple is a whole new technology. And everybody says, oh, it's so easy. Even my ex-husband went to Apple and gives me a hard time. But my point is, Apple is got converts and diehard fans and people that will use their products even when their products stink, like every time they roll out a new phone. But they still continue to get them. So that was our idiom for supersize your business today. We're in my group for female entrepreneurs called Supersize Your Business. I decided this year that to go along with the annual challenge and make my life easier, because we want to be more efficient and more effective and consistent all the time, that I would pick idioms that were coinciding to the annual challenge. So this month we're talking about relationships, and so I'm sharing a relationship related idiom. And guess what? Business is all about relationships. We like to think it's not, but it totally is. You know, they talk about B2C, B2B, but really when you're selling business to business, you're not selling to a business, you're selling to a person in a business. So really everything is relationships and communication and personal interactions and things. So our topic today for the annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, was respect in relationships. And so I shared a bunch of things, and I went way too long, I'm sure. I talked about what are signs of a respectful relationship, what is a real, so you can do a quick quiz of, I think, 10 questions or 10 things to look for in your relationships, whether it's a relationship with your significant other, with your boss, with your kids, with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers. You can look at this list in any relationship, because respect is one of those things in a relationship, like trust. It's present in a healthy relationship, right? If there isn't trust, it's probably not a healthy relationship. If there isn't respect on both parties, from both parties in a relationship, it's probably not really a relationship. Maybe it's you have to work together because the person's your boss, but you don't really respect one another. How healthy and how productive do you think that relationship actually is? So we talked about the 10 signs of a healthy relationship, things that you can do to be respectful, and then questions to ask yourself about a relationship, and to maybe have a conversation with the person that the relationship's important to you. If you are in a situation like that with your boss, maybe you set up a meeting and you sit down and you say, okay, I just learned about this. Here's some questions we can ask and answer for one another to help us improve our relationship. And it's all about respect and listening to one another and things like that. So shared those, and then we just rated ourselves on, or I haven't yet, but we're going to today rate ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, no respect, or 0 would be none, but 1 is pretty close to none, and 10 being absolutely doing the best you possibly can to show respect at all times. And then, so how respectful am I? And then how respected do I feel on a scale of 1 to 10? And I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it because I think it's a great question to ask ourselves. And I have honestly never asked myself to rate myself on any scale with respect to how respectful am I and how respected do I feel. So maybe I'll let you know tomorrow what I come up with for I haven't done it yet. I'm really going to think about it today, because I think as I've gotten older, I have become more respectful, as well as I feel more respected. Why? Because I'm giving more respect, therefore I'm receiving the feeling more of respect from other people. That would be just my guess right now. So, super busy. Granddaughter's coming back in 2 days. I actually let her go to her other grandparents so that I would have some time to work on projects and things that I've been really struggling with getting done. Even though I've got them scheduled, life gets in the way and schedules change, and so personal projects that I want to move forward in a big way, and so I've only got 2 more days to do that, and then her parents are in Alaska through the weekend, and then they'll be back. So I love, love, love time with my granddaughters. It's my number 1 priority when it comes to my health, my well-being, and then my granddaughters and my kids are always my top priorities. So when it comes to choices and decisions, they win. Wasn't always that way. Actually, when I was younger and my kids were little and I was in corporate America and having businesses on the side, work won out way too often over my family, and that made me very sad and very unhappy. So I decided I needed to make some lifestyle changes. All right, if I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, and we will talk about another, of course, relationship-related idiom, and another topic with respect to the relationship area of our lives. All right, have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow.